What is up YouTube? KM888 here and welcome back to one of my videos. For now I am going to do a three-part video and this is going to be part one of my YCS Lille experience. I've been doing the main event, I did one side event, I want to talk about that as well. That's going to come in part two. For part one, you're going to get my deck profile. I'm going to try and be quick about it. I'm only going to try and explain the changes that I did to the deck list and then we can go into it. Part 3 that's going to come out is going to be combos. Couple of combos that I've been trying out that were actually really good for the event and that were just so awesome actually. And I just have to show you guys them and that will make you guys understand how and why I'm playing this. So yeah, let's get into the deck profile. First of all, the main deck actually hasn't changed at all from the last video, but it's important to show you guys pretty quickly, I guess. Triple Dodo Dodo Warrior, we have the Glove, we have the Zubaba Bancho, we have Gambara Knight, and we have Onomatokage. These are all the monsters for the Onoma engine. The main deck was perfect. I am not... I don't feel like I should have maybe cut the Glove or something. In the main deck, it was amazing. So, pick up Triple Onomatopera. I got a comment asking about this. This card is just amazing. It facilitates the one-card combo, which is really important if you are having to go into grind games with hand traps and stuff. And this card is just a one-card starter, just in case. It's another one-card starter, so why not? Yeah. And it helps bridge my sub-engines, so that's also really important. Rizal engine, like standard, 2 ice, 1 X, 2 sword, 1 note, 1 star. You have to run these, I think, in Onoma. They just make a duo drive somewhere where when you know the interruptions are probably gone, and then you just go off. So yeah, and then cross and bonfire, of course. I still don't have the QCR. Might think of getting one. We'll see. I'm still on Fossil Dyna combo. I've done this. Let's see, I've played 11 rounds in total over the 2 events. I think I summoned this a lot, and I only lost once where I got it off. So, yeah, it's definitely amazing. Hand traps. I'm still on Triple Izuna with the Lupus. Now, one of the changes, I'm going to spoil this a bit, I am playing Typhon now as well in my extra deck. So, and that means Lupus on its own is sort of a hand trap as well, because you can stop kinda some things in the meta at least. So just going to the Typhon, that's really important as well. Also like in game turn 2, turn 3, stuff like that. If you get back the Lupus, you can just go Typhon. That helps so much sometimes. So yeah, so now the Lupus actually counts as a hand trap and it's not a brick anymore. So I'm happy about that. Triple Fuwalos. Card's nuts. I haven't seen this at all in the main event. I've played 7 rounds in the main event and didn't see it at all. So that's fun. Triple Ash Blossom. Triple Ghost Bell. 1 Nibiru. This is probably the only change, I think. Oh yeah, I have 2 cards changed in the main deck now. In the main event I was still on Droplets. I didn't play Nibiru. But the droplets were never good. So I would actually, now that K9 Vanquishal is out of the meta, I would probably just cut the droplets. Nibiru it's a one-off because I can search yourself Gallant Granite if I'm not feeling into going for my Pachi combo. Sometimes it happens that you know you're not going to get there through hand traps, and then just searching the Nibiru could be beneficial at the very least. So I did 1 Nibiru and it was actually... I saw it twice on the side events game on day 2. It's actually a really fine card. Double Veiler, still the same. And then Triple Imperm, because I cut the 2 droplets, I put in the Nibiru and the second Imperm. At the very least, when I see it in my hands for going second, it's sort of a breaker as well. So that's why Triple Imperm. And then the Call By and the Triple Tactics. At this point, I believe the deck is just like 21 non-engine, 21 engine. Maybe you could say like 20 engine, and then the Pachi is like the 21st one, but yeah. But this worked so well, this main deck. The entirety of the event, the 2 days, I only bricked one game. And that was the last match that I played, game 2, against, funny enough, K9 Vanquish Soul. I bricked on double Ash, double Bell, Imperm. I mean, yeah, that's something that it can happen at lower amount of hand traps as well, so I don't mind. But that was the only brick out of 11 rounds, so like, I feel the deck is really good now. Extra deck, Utopic Futures Excel. This card is just the nuts. The more I start playing this guy and I know how to play with him, he's just getting better and better and better every day. The card is just nuts. It's amazing. Girl and Magician. I feel you need a Magician. I know you can cut this because it isn't necessary, but just having the reveal for the Gambara Knight to actually summon and continue is so important. So yeah, the Gaga Magician I need it. Detonator, Duo Drive, only one. I do not like having 2 Duo Drive in the extra deck. It cuts out too many options. Gallant Granite, Searcher for the Fossil Diner for the combo. We have Emerald. This is probably the only card in the extra deck that I feel right now that I could cut. But I've drawn way too many cards with this guy. So there were a couple of turn ones where I drew two cards from this because you loop it with the Eclipse Twins. And that gets you into more engine or hand traps and honestly that can be really, really like really needed. On top of that, if you are playing with the exact 1-card combo and everything else, you don't have a hand anymore because hand trap, stuff like that, then the Emerald is actually needed because you need to draw. So yeah, so it could come up that you actually need it, but for me, mostly it was just getting the double draw from Emerald and then Eclipse revive it, so yeah. That's already these. Then we have Dugares, one of the most important cards because you need it to revive your Fossil Dyna. Light Dragon and Ignister, this is in here for the Lunalight matchup. If you make this, they can't pop your cards anymore. Exeter probably one of the weirdest cards in this extra deck because you're only playing this for certain situations, but when it comes up, it is probably one of the best cards and can win you the game. So yeah, I'm going to talk about this in my part 3, where I actually use this to win me a game, like in a serious way. You'll see. Eclipse Twins, still to send off X, but I'm not counting on the X sent anymore. So most of the time I just make this with 2 level 4s, or 2 rank 4s in that regard. Valen, probably one of the most important rank 5s because of the Izuna and the loops as well, but also you can still send it off X, so it is a thing. I'm not playing Aggregator anymore. I cut Aggregator because I just felt only having 1 X meant that I wasn't going to resolve Aggregator as much as I wanted to. And most of the time that wouldn't help me anyways. So I just cut the Aggregator. I tried, in the main event, I was playing a Werewolf from the K9 package, and I was actually on the Quick Play spell. So you're going to see it in my side deck in a minute. I'm still on Ripper as well because it's important. If they hand trap you, you can go Izuna, Lupus, you make Ripper, and then you're safe for other hand traps. But this mostly comes into play post-siding, and you're going to see that in my side deck in a couple of seconds. Post main event, I actually swapped out a Werewolf and a Quick Play spell again, and I put in Typhon because I felt that I missed this card in 3 or 4 of my games, where if I had it, I probably would have won those instead of lost those. I always said, like, if you have to make a Typhon, you're probably in a losing position, and you're not gonna win anyways. But this guy would have been so convenient for me, and it's not even funny. So I put it in, and on day 2 it did miracles. So yeah. And then the final card is SP Lille Knight. Nothing to say about this. I still think it's important to play in this deck. If you get Dimensional Barriers, at least you have SP Lille Knight to fall back on. But in general, since I'm playing the K9s, I actually get this off quite a bit. So yeah. This is for the extra deck. And then for the side deck, this is probably the most important part. I'm on triple Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. I am on Bestial Magnamut, Druisworm, and Baldrake. This changed from day 1 to day 2. So I was on both of the Bestials, on day one as well. But then I was going to cut out the, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you the full the side deck first. So I'm on Duster. And then for my going first package, I'm on Triple Noroi. I'm on Jokal Lantern. So quite a bit of a K9 package for going first. Prosperity, Unbreakable Exceed Barrier, and Solemn Judgment. So the idea basically was, if I'm going first and I see Noroi, I can make a Ripper before searching anything with Noroi Jokal, detach the Jokal to search Lantern, and then use Lantern to get back Jokal and search for both. And then with Lantern, I was going to search the Quick Play spell of the K9 and then have the Werewolf in my extra deck as well. Just in case my opponent had Dark Rule no more, Droplet, stuff like that, then I could still play in my opponent's turn, and that would probably win me the game. But the Lantern search for the Quick Play spell, I made Werewolf once, the entire day one, and it didn't even won me the game there. Because, well, I misplayed a bit, but I'm gonna go over that in part 2, I guess. So I cut the Quick Play spell for a Baldrake. I felt that Baldrake could come in handy more because there's a lot of deck that actually gets a light or a dark in the graveyard, and just having that additional banish is really important. On top of that, now that I put in Nibiru in the main deck, I have the Fantastical Dragon Phantasmace, I have 2 more Bestials, and going Izuna into Lupus into Valon also gives you a dark on the field. So Baldrake actually has a lot of situations where you can tribute to banish. And that is just, that's so powerful, that effect. So yeah. And then the second card that I swapped from main event to side event, I was originally not playing the Pot of Prosperity, and I was playing the Solemn Scolding. But I felt sometimes, like, if I would have had Pot of Prosperity maybe instead of the Scolding, then I could have dug into my deck a little bit deeper and maybe gotten a hand trap or some engine that I would have wanted. So instead I'm now on Prosperity, and if I need engine, that if I draw this without engine, I can just Surge the engine. If I have enough engine, then I can still maybe get to these. So it was a weird option to choose. So this can definitely still be Solemn Scolding. But I went for Prosperity for now, for testing purposes. But what I have to say about the side deck, this part is amazing. I wouldn't change anything about these 14. The last one, the Prosperity, you can choose, but I would recommend another going first piece, because you side out the exact amount of this. So yeah. But yeah, this package has been really amazing for me. So both having the Baldrakes, like all the Bestials to banish stuff, it's amazing. And then the K9 package for going first is just, it's brutal. It wins you games on its own. So yeah. But that was it for the deck profile. I hope you guys liked it. And in the combo video, I'm going to show you guys how I use my K9 package as well. So yeah, hope you guys liked this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.